Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Blur. Ryan and I talking about Blur still. If you haven't seen the album ranking, go check that out. You probably have, but just in case. We're going to do our top 10 songs, which sucks. I wish I had 20, but only 10. You don't know how it works around here. If it's more than 10 albums in a discography, we get top 20 songs, but Blur only have 8. Slackers.
Slackers.
I'm going to go first then with my number 10. Ghost Ship from the Magic Whip.
Ooh.
Again, a song that might have been higher before. I think, like I said, one of Graham's best guitar songs. I love the sort of laid back rhythm to it. Easily the best song on that album. Really catchy. Really love Damon's vocal delivery on it. Yeah, it's just a really top quality song. That's my number 10.
Very good. My number 10 from Parklife. A classic, I would say. End of the century. You mentioned it in the video. The lyrics are so much fun on this album. They might get dirty when you get closer to 30. That's just such a fun line. And also that bit, we wear the same clothes because we feel the same. I love that. Love that line. It's just, yeah. And I think that kind of sums up Britpop, in a way. So I think, yeah, it's really catchy. Great horns, acoustic, kind of more laid back than most of the album, but still got that bite and a brilliant vocal. It's my number 10. Well deserved classic.
My number 9 from 13 is Tender. Gospel inspired jam. Really memorable, really powerful song. That sort of come on, come on, come on. It's really like a rousing song. Probably lands this low just because, again, it's like 7 minute song. Not all the time I want to listen to the whole thing, but yeah, definitely deserving of the top 10. Pretty perfect song. And there were some songs I consider perfect by Blur that didn't even make the list. So
Yeah.
at least it made the list.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, I had songs 10 out of 10 which are not on this list. So these are all 10 out of 10 songs. My number 9 from Modern Life is Rubbish, the opener for Tomorrow. Yeah, straight away it starts the album so well, completely different to the debut. Brilliant harmonies, love the Laz, la la, so catchy, so much fun. And yeah, you mentioned it in the video when he starts that he said almost rapping. He's almost rapping over it. And then the Laz in the background. That is my favorite bit of the song, and it's brilliant. Yeah, his vocals are more raw probably on that album overall, and yeah, the vocals are great on this one. And it references to the album title when he's rapping. It's like modern life, it's just rubbish. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant song. It's my number 9.
My number 8 is going to be a deep cut from the self-titled Look Inside America. I love this song. Really catchy chorus. I think the verses are just as catchy as the chorus as well. Graham's guitar on this is so aggressive and sort of pierces through the mix. Then there's like a harp that comes in to like midway through the song, which is so unexpected. And then you get, yeah, really cool Graham solo swapping between that and the harp. Just balls to the wall, crazy song, but also probably, other than like, the first two big singles, this is the song that songwriting wise feels the most like what they did before. And yeah, I think it's a big reason why I've come to love the self-titled more, because this song, along with a couple other deep cuts that didn't quite make the list, has risen for me. So yeah, number 8, Look Inside America.
Very good. Yeah, my number 8, going back to Parklife, it's one of them first 4 songs. Tracy Jacks. Yeah, just a lot of fun. Very, very British. The shouting vocals, mentioned it in video, kind of about shouting backup vocals, kind of call and response kind of stuff. Tracy Jacks, and then Damon comes in with a line. Yeah, just creating a great pitch. Yeah. I love the line. I'd love to stay here and be normal, but that's just so overrated. Great stuff like that. Yeah, brilliant drums and groove with the bass as well. Just brilliant kind of groove, kind of banging ahead, like nodding head to this one. Yeah, great song. That's my number 8.
My number 7, going to 13 again. This time with No Distance Left to Run. Such a beautiful, melancholic song. It's almost like the guitar is crying. Damon's vocals sound so tired and sort of defeated, in a good way. The light brush drums are amazing, and the organ. I just love the mixing in this song because, like I said, the drums and the organ, they're so quiet in the mix that you don't really notice them unless you're really paying attention, and it just adds this beautiful soundscape of the song. It's his divorce song. It is pretty much unlike anything else that Blur ever did. So if you're not convinced by Damon Albarn as a songwriter or Blur as a band, this is a great song to check out because it is just so different to anything else they ever did. And for that reason, it lands at number 7. Really, really, really good song.
Sure, sure. My number 7 from the self-titled. It's Beetlebum. Yeah, what an intro to the album. Like you say, as soon as it starts, that kind of guitar riff, kind of slow guitar riff, it sounds different to anything they've done, and it's a great way to start the album. And yeah, amazing vocal. But it's that bit when she heard me slip away, and then the bam, the drums and everything. It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I think it's on quite a few adverts. So when I first heard this song a couple of years ago, I was like, I recognize this somehow. But yeah, that's that bit mainly, which is absolutely brilliant. But the entire song as a whole, and the outro, which he's on it, he's on it, he's on it. Definitely not piss on him or whatever, piss on it or whatever you thought it was. No, yeah, brilliant outro. Uh, Great song.
I have no idea where I got that idea from somewhere. I don't think I just heard that and assumed it was.
Yeah, I mean, it does. You said it. It does sound like you're saying that, but like, you said it to me, and you were like convinced I'd be hearing the same, and I was like, "What are you on about?" I was like, "What are you on about?" Yeah.
Oh god. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Touching Parklife for the first time, not the last time. I've got Girls and Boys at number 6. Like I said, one of the all-time great bass lines, just absolutely rips. Um, it just moves around so much. It's like boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. It's like so cool. And then yeah, obviously the chorus is very instant earworm. Um, that kind of sort of yeah, almost like just straight up, not even pop rock, just straight up pop tendencies that they
Yeah.
which is really cool. And yeah, almost yeah, like you said disco. I almost get like 90s mainstream pop vibes from it as well, which is surprising that I like it this much. But they just give it an extra edge, you know. And that bass line is just unbelievable. So, Girls and Boys number 6, always loved it.
Yeah, my number 6, Parklife. It's also Girls and Boys. So there we are. Yeah, disco inspired, and the bass line, it's unbelievable. It's crazy good. It's kind of a silly song. You don't want to take it too seriously. Um, but yeah, it's so much fun. Kind of, he's almost shouting as well. When it does live, a lot more shouty. Girls who like boys, and I think both versions are brilliant. It's a lot of fun. And Graham's just going wild over the top of this kind of bass line and this kind of drum beat. He's just going wild with the guitar. Um, yeah, it's a brilliant song. It's absolutely brilliant song.
I'm going back to back on Parklife with my number 5, End of a Century. You mentioned it already. It is quite a funny song, but it's also a bit more reflective than some of the other songs at the beginning of this album, with the acoustic guitar and the more laid back feel to it. End of a Century, it's nothing special, very simple lyrics that they did really well. Definitely one of my favorites on Parklife, and yeah, it's part of that amazing start to the album that really just keeps going and going and going. Love End of a Century. And yeah, it is something special. It's a great song.
It is. Yeah, my number five. I'm going to 13 for the first time on my list. It's Coffee and TV. Absolute classic single. Obviously Graham singing this one, and yeah, a lot of people say it gives it this kind of emo kind of vibe, which is true. Because he kind of sounds shy and sounds kind of you can tell he's quiet just by the way he sings, and he really works for the song. And obviously the guitar as well, the guitar solo in particular is just brilliant, kind of messy, fitting with the album, but also still works as a brilliant single, really catchy. Yeah, it's a well deserved kind of classic Blur song.
My number four, Parklife, three in a row. It's actually my favorite song on Parklife, and it is Tracy Jacks. Oh my god, this song is
Mm.
amazing. I love the phasing guitar intro that goes from one ear to the other on headphones. So cool. The hook is so undeniable. Just got such a great bouncing rhythm to it that's propelled by Graham's rhythm guitar. He's a great lead guitarist, but I think his real strength is as a rhythm guitarist. Like he just has these great fills and licks, guitar licks that just give so much flavor to a song. And this is one of the prime examples of that. The strings are amazing. They're so sort of over the top, but they never sort of overpower the song. And of course, the oohs as blurted so well. Um, yeah, and when it's like at the end, it's like Tracy Jacks. Ooh, ooh. It's like, oh my god, just total earworm everywhere. Yeah, I'm not sure it was always my favorite on the album, but it definitely is now. I mean, like I said, there's three in a row, 6, 5, 4. So it's not easily my favorite. There's a lot that I love
Yeah,
about them, but this is the one that I'm going with this time.
very good. All right, my number four. Going to Great Escape for the first time. I've got Charmless Man, and I just think this song it starts with that guitar and then the piano intro, and this song it's got so many earworms, as you said. It's just so catchy. The vocal melody, the way Damon sings, that's catchy in itself. It's got the na na nas and the guitar kind of riffs get stuck in your head, and it's just yeah, all around a great song. So catchy, just a pop song, kind of pop rock, whatever you want to call it. Um, yeah, it's brilliant, kind of classic, kind of British pop song. Of kind of any area, so kind of taking a bit of it 60s kind of inspiration, but using it in this Britpop era. And yeah, I think it works really well for me.
Yeah, my number three, bronze medal for a song that for a long time was my favorite Blur song, but I sort of mentioned a bit of overplay coming in here, and that is Coffee and TV from 13, which was, we used to share top 10 lists of bands on Discord before. I think this was my
Mm.
number one when we did it before. I didn't go back and check, but maybe I will now. It was my favorite Blur song for a long time, and it has slipped down a couple spots. Still in third place. Um, like I said, the chord progression is just so weird. Like when I tried to learn it on guitar, it's just like all over the place. Um, Vocal melodies throughout are terrific. Love the rhythm. Like I said, Graham's rhythm guitar playing on this song as well is fantastic. Um, just like such a cool like chugging rhythm from the intro right to the end. Um, and yeah, it's a pretty classic Blur song. It's not like one of the big hits, but when you go down and it's like probably like one of it would be on the best of, right? Like it's one of their
Yeah.
more but not like song to Park Life, Girls and Boys level, So yeah, Coffee and TV is a really good song. And hopefully one day I'll be able to listen to it the same way as I heard it the first time. But yeah.
Okay, my number three. It's definitely one you're not having on your list. From Parklife, the title track. And I agree with you in a way. If people just knew this song, they might think Blur a bit of like a not a joke band, but you know what I mean. Maybe don't take them too seriously, and you don't take this song too seriously. But yeah, they're a brilliant band. So I agree with what you're saying there. But this song, like I say, with Phil Daniels on it, it's just got that geezer, that London geezer kind of vibe. It's so fun. And the riffs as well, kind of the intro, the riffs, Graham's just brilliant. And yeah, I think before I kind of discovered Blur, I don't think I would have thought too much of this song. I would have just thought kind of, it's silly, you know what I mean? It's not too much to get hyped about. But when you get into Blur, and I've got into the Britpop kind of scene more, yeah, this song it's just fun. It's just a brilliant kind of pop rock song. I love it. Yeah, the brilliant chorus as well. All the people, absolutely classic. Um, so yeah, it's a 10 out of 10. I had it a lot lower on my list, but I more listening to it, I was like, this needs to be higher up on my list. So yeah, that's my number three.
Number two, Silver,
Mm,
from the self-titled Beetlebum. What a great song. The intro is
yeah,
iconic. We all love it. Everybody loves it. The best moment in the song, like Ryan said, and when she lets me slip away, and it all comes kicking in.
yeah.
It is so good. The piss on him in the outro is amazing because those are definitely. Um, it is just it is a titan of a song, and listening to it for this, I realized, yeah, this is one of the best songs of the '90s for sure. Like upper echelon. It's not even my favorite Blur song. So yeah, I don't know how much I
Okay.
can say without saying listen to it closely if you already know it, and just enjoy. That's kind of
Mm,
so.
yeah. We were talking earlier about how we used to make top tens, and this was my previous number one, I'm pretty sure. Number two from The Great Escape. I'm guessing you're gonna know what it is. It's Universal. And yeah, a lot of people got this as a favorite song, and it's just so powerful. So powerful. Them strings so beautiful. There's nothing else kind of this powerful that Blur have done with the strings. They've got strings in songs, but not like this. This is just different level. Um, yeah, and I love the horns, the strings, really uplifting. The lyrics as well, really uplifting. It really could happen. Here's your lucky day, stuff like that. Brilliant vocal performance, great stuff all around. It's just well deserved kind of classic for them. Something different, but still clearly Blur in their Britpop era.
That's my number one, the Universal from
Mm,
Great Escape. The rare song that can't be ruined by endless overplay and adverts, British gas and all that crap. It still hits just as well, even though you hear it on TV all the time. That shows how special it is. Uh, Coxon's guitar. I never actually noticed how good Coxon's rhythm playing on this song was until hearing the live version from one of their live albums, and that's obviously you hear more of the guitar because you're not going to have as much of the strings. And it's subtle, but it really there's some great guitar licks on this song. If you just listen, like focusing on the guitar, it's so good. And he's just like doing little diddly bits all over the place and
mm,
giving texture to the song. Um, and yeah, obviously the big strings are excellent. Damon's vocal is tender and restrained until that belting chorus where he lets it all out. It's a timeless song. It's a classic song. It's the Universal, and it is my favorite Blur song. It's pretty comfortable this time around.
fair enough. Yeah, I
Even
think I
though
got
even
a
though The Great
feeling.
Escape wasn't one of my higher rated albums,
Yeah,
it holds up. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Well, my number one, I've got a feeling I might have surprised you a bit here with my number one, but I can't deny it because you mentioned it earlier. It's from 13 and it's Tender. Um, I put Blur's version of Hey Jude. That kind of what it reminds me of 7 minute, just epic. And every time I put it on, even though it is 7 minutes long, if I just put it on thinking I might listen to a bit of this, or if it just comes on, I'm listening to the entire song. I can't just stop this song. Listening to the entire song, and I've played it for a song that is 7 minutes. I use kind of Last FM to kind of see what songs I listen to most to kind of help me with this list, and it's right up there. It's right up there. And I think for a song that is that long, it deserves praise. And yeah, it's so catchy. Um, kind of good vibes. Really memorable kind of guitar on it, as per with Graham. Uh, there's like Damon's part and there's Graham's part as well. So there's come on, come on, come on. That's kind of Damon, and then Love's the Greatest Thing, and then Graham comes in with the Oh My Baby part, which is brilliant, brilliant. And yeah, it kind of just goes on, it kind of chugs on. Alex is on the upright bass, and yeah, I think their version of Hey Jude, I think sums up well for me, and kind of the feeling it gives me. And I think, yeah, it's just a brilliant song. I can't turn it off. It's got a few catchy bits in it, and the band sound great. It's well deserved, kind of big song for them.
Yeah, it's so interesting that song because again, I said it about a couple of songs. It's unlike anything else they ever did. It's very soul inspired, very gospel-y. Like the "Oh My Baby" part is very like I don't know, like '60s soul, you know.
Mm,
Um, so yeah, very cool pick. And then yeah, I've got 7 honorable mentions just to reel off quickly. I'll
yeah.
go from 17th to 11th. So I had For Tomorrow at 17, Charmless Man from The Great Escape at 16, Strange News from Another Star from Self-Titled at 15. Really love that song.
Ooh,
14, There's No Other Way from Leisure. 13, Stereotypes from The Great Escape. And then these two songs that really suck to not have them on the list. I think they're both 10 out of 10. My number 12, To the End from Parklife. And my number 11, You're So Great from the self-titled, which probably has my favorite Graham guitar solo in the entire discography and still doesn't make the list. So
damn. Yeah. I've got a few in no order. I've got Country House, Song 2, kind of big songs for them that could have made my list. Advert, Pop Scene, and I just wrote down most of the Parklife album
yeah,
because most of that is pretty close to this list, really. Um, but yeah, that's Blair.
that's Blur. We did it. We did it.
We've done it finally.
I mean, yeah, it was good to, like I said, this is probably my favorite artist I've done with you at least. I'm running a bit of like a master list ranking every discography I've done. So maybe when I've done 50
Yeah.
episodes, I'll do a video on it. And Blur are definitely in the top 10 so far.
Mm.
Really great band. Definitely deserve to be talked about and listened to. Because I think, especially in this country, there are some people who dismiss them because they just know the hits, and the hits are
Yeah.
quite, playful and silly. Apart from like the Universal, but yeah, definitely worth checking out. Like we had some good deep cuts on our lists. Songs like Tracy Jacks, Look Inside America, Ghost Ship. There's some songs that not many people know that are actually really
Yeah.
good. So yeah, like I said in the albums video, next up for me and Ryan is going to be Guns N' Roses. It's going to be very interesting discography.
It is.
It's going to be mostly new for both of us. You only know one album. I only know 3 singles. So we're both going to be going off into the deep end of Axl Rose and Slash and Izzy Stradlin and the boys. So yeah, look forward to that one. Hopefully, we'll be quicker about that one than this one. Press subscribe if you haven't. Press the bell to be updated. We're nearly at 200 subscribers, so it'd be great to get up there. And yeah, from me and Ryan, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll catch you soon.